Fabrizio Romano now shares what he has heard about Mark Guehi amid links between Man City and Liverpool. Could Alexander Isak terminate his contract with Newcastle United and sign with Liverpool for free using a legal loophole? Fabrizio Romano provides an important transfer update as Liverpool insists on the deal. Hello, Reds fans. Come check out the latest news from the biggest club in the world. Mark Guehi is once again in the spotlight this summer, and all signs point to Anfield as the potential destination for one of the Premier League's best defenders. The young centre-back has been heavily linked with transfers, with both Manchester City and Liverpool competing for his talent. But if there is one place that truly captures his heart, it's Liverpool. The club has been monitoring Guehi for years, always looking to strengthen a defense that already includes top names like Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, and Giovanni Leoni. Bringing Guehi in would not only be an investment for the present, but also a safeguard for the future of the backline. For Liverpool, he could immediately compete for a starting spot, bringing stability and quality to the most important games of the season. On Manchester City's side, Guehi also attracts interest, especially if Manuel Akanji or Nathan Ake leave this summer. The Englishman's experience playing alongside John Stones for the national team is seen as a combination that could form a solid defensive partnership for the Sky Blues. However, even with these possibilities, Fabrizio Romano made it clear Guehi's preference remains Liverpool. Discussions between Liverpool and Crystal Palace are ongoing, with hopes that a deal can be completed before the transfer window closes. If the move does not happen now, the Reds plan to maintain their interest for 2026, ensuring Guehi remains a priority in the future. Teammate and friend Declan Rice has called Guehi intelligent, highlighting his decision-making ability and maturity on the pitch. If for any reason Liverpool fails to sign him, Manchester City will have to accept that the player's dream is to wear red, while they may turn to internal alternatives like Abdulkadir Husanov. The young defender has speed, ball skills, and enough talent to shine if given a chance at the Etihad. For us fans, the prospect of seeing Mark Guehi at Anfield is thrilling. A young, technical, confident centre-back who could become a key figure in Liverpool's defence for years to come. This season promises strong emotions, and bringing in Guehi would be a huge step toward consolidating the team as title contenders. If you want to follow every update on this transfer and all of Liverpool's summer moves, stay tuned because Guehi's story could be the biggest news of the transfer window. Newcastle United's summer transfer window has been dominated by an intense saga involving Alexander Isak and Liverpool's interest. The Swedish striker has made it clear that he wants to leave St. James' Park, especially after the Reds' £110 million bid was rejected. While Newcastle has brought in reinforcements like Jacob Ramsey, Anthony Elanga, Aaron Ramsdale, and Malik Thaw, all of these moves have been overshadowed by the possibility of Isak leaving. Determined to keep their player, the club refuses to release him for anything less than an offer they consider acceptable. As a result, Isak has been training separately and is not being considered for upcoming match selections. If Liverpool or any other club does not present an adequate offer, Isak could realistically remain at Newcastle after the window closes on September 2. The striker has claimed that promises were broken, suggesting his relationship with the club is strained. Newcastle, in turn, has denied these claims, stating that no promises of a new contract or transfer were made. The impasse has sparked speculation about whether Isak could use the so-called nuclear option to terminate his contract. While theoretically possible, there are legal and sporting consequences, particularly under FIFA's protection period, which prevents unilateral termination of recent contracts without just cause. For Isak, this period expires on August 26, 2025, allowing the possibility of a free international transfer without sporting sanctions. However, English contract law could complicate a domestic transfer, potentially preventing him from immediately playing for another Premier League club. Meanwhile, Newcastle continues evaluating options to reinforce their attack if Isak departs. Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic has been offered to the Magpies as a potential replacement, though the club currently has no immediate plans to pursue the deal. Additionally, recent bids for Jorgen Strand Larsen from Wolves and Ioana Wissa from Brentford have been rejected. But Newcastle believes they can still bring in reinforcements before the window closes, especially following Callum Wilson's free transfer exit. Recently, Isak met with Newcastle owners, including co-owner Jamie Rubin and a representative from the Saudi Public Investment Fund, in an attempt to convince him to abandon the transfer and reintegrate into the squad. However, according to Lee Ryder of the Chronicle, the striker remained firm in his decision to leave and join Liverpool. The last formal offer from the Reds, worth £110 million, was rejected in early August, and the player now hopes to complete the transfer to Anfield after the window closes, determined to wear Liverpool red and begin the next chapter of his career. The situation remains unresolved, and the coming days will be crucial in determining whether Isak can finally achieve his desire to join the Liverpool this season, while Newcastle seeks to balance the loss of their key striker with the need to strengthen the squad for the remainder of the campaign.
Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano reported that AS Roma contacted Liverpool today to negotiate the loan signing of Kostas Tsimikas. The Greek left-back wants the move, but there is still no green light for a loan deal as Liverpool continue to insist on a permanent exit. Additionally, 2 more clubs are interested in the player, increasing the competition for his signature. This move highlights Roma's determination to strengthen their options at left-back, seeking competition and depth ahead of a demanding season. Liverpool, on the other hand, has maintained a consistent approach in recent transfer windows, prioritizing permanent sales over temporary agreements. Tsimikas has struggled for regular minutes at Anfield, mainly due to Andy Robertson's excellent consistency and the arrival of Milos Kerkez, but he has always fulfilled his role, especially in domestic cup competitions. Club sources suggest that Liverpool wants to use the summer market to optimize the squad and reinvest in areas identified by Arne Slot, justifying the preference for a permanent sale, ensuring both financial security and squad balance. At 29, Tsimikas needs consistent playing time to maintain his status in the Greek national team, and the appeal of Roma, a competitive European club known for developing players under pressure, is clear. The presence of other interested clubs strengthens Liverpool's position in negotiations, potentially increasing the final transfer fee and aligning with the goal of securing a permanent sale rather than a loan. The outcome of this situation will directly impact Liverpool's summer strategy. A permanent departure of Tsimikas would free up financial resources and squad space for reinforcements in areas prioritized by Arne Slot. The Dutch manager, who already won a Premier League title in his debut season, aims to build a squad in his image, competitive and sustainable. Kostas Tsimikas, while valuable, is seen as surplus at Liverpool due to his inability to regularly replace Andy Robertson. Always loyal and professional, he has left his mark in cup competitions and decisive moments, including the famous penalty in the FA Cup final. Now it seems the perfect moment for him to seek new challenges, and Roma emerges as an attractive option, offering regular playing time and a competitive environment. For Arne Slot, releasing non-essential players is part of building a strong and sustainable squad, making Tsimikas' exit a logical decision and a respectful farewell. Thank you very much for watching this far. See you next time.